Good afternoon and welcome to On the Spot Motorsports Media. Tonight we got a great show in store for you. We have Skeeter Wyatt joining us, and I tell you what, he's got the Invitational that's coming up this weekend at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and we are just thrilled to talk about it. A great opportunity for a lot of different people. But before we get into all that, we have a few messages, and we'll be right back after this.
Reliability to drive thousands of miles. Confidence for those who fly high. Redline oil products give you the power to crush the competition. And a track record of being the best. Redline oil products. You push it to the limit. We'll protect it.
Ready to take your engine to the next level? Scorpion Racing Products delivers precision-engineered, high-performance rocker arms that dominate the track. 100% CNC machined in the USA with aerospace-grade aluminum for unmatched strength and durability. Our rocker arms handle extreme conditions with multiple ratios available to fit your needs. Backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. When performance matters, choose Scorpion Racing Products. Proven, reliable, unstoppable.
Skeeter, I'll tell you what, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you on tonight. You got a great race that's coming up this weekend at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and I want us to dive into it. We'll like to talk about where this idea came from, where your love for drag racing came from as well, and then go through some of the competitors.
F&A, right, brother. It's a pleasure for y'all to have me. How y'all doing today?
Doing good, Skeet. Doing good, Skeet. Talk to us, buddy. Talk to us, man. I mean, you've got the internet on fire. I mean, I've been seeing so many videos and so much chatter all across all the platforms talking about the Skeeter Wyatt Invitational going on at Bradenton Motorsports Park this weekend, man. We've got to know from the man, how'd you bring this about, man? Tell us about it.
Right, brother. Let me tell you a little bit about myself first. I'm an undefeated race car driver, trailer park legend, all-American badass, clapping cheek from here to Mozambique, brother. So first off, just to let y'all know a little bit about old Skeeter Wyatt, all right? So we got the Skeeter Wyatt Invitational coming up this Sunday, March 9th, Bradenton Motorsports Park. It's going to be a hootenanny, brother. I'll tell you that right now. DEI might be dead, but diversity, equity, inclusion is alive at the Skeeter Wyatt Invitational. Before y'all get your panties in a bunch, let me tell you a little something about it. We're going to have pickup trucks, old muscle cars, new muscle cars, super cars, NASCARs, a vet cart. Hell, we even got a Lexus coming out. You know what I mean? And for those with a testosterone deficiency, we even got some Hondas coming out. You know what I mean? So one of them actually is an Acura, but that's just a private school Honda anyway. Y'all get
Yeah. I get you back.
We get that.
I get you.
That's
I
right.
get you. The mom car. I got you. But man, I tell you what, how are you able to get all these different racers together? Because I mean, you got such a diverse group. How are you able to get them together?
Listen, brother, I just got such a magnetic personality that they ain't got no choice but to come over and hang out with your boy Skeeter Wyatt. You know what I'm saying? So, I hang out all over the place, man. I go to import shows, muscle car shows. You know, the Supercar Boys saw what was going on. They saw the Jerry curl glistening, and they wanted a piece of this action. You know what I mean? So, as soon as I started messaging people about it, everybody just wanted in on the action, brother. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you was actually down there last weekend for the World Series of Pro Mod. Looked like you was having a blast.
That's right. Old Skeeter Wyatt was on the starting line for Pro Mod. You know what I mean? They lucky they didn't let Skeeter Wyatt run Pro Mod. I'd have run roughshod over them boys over there. But old John Sears, the tech man, said I wasn't legal because I didn't have a helmet. I said, brother, I got the hardest head up in this property right now. Helmet ain't gonna matter. He was like, can't run, Skeeter. Sorry. I was like, I get it, man. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, rules. But saw you talking to Jimmy Dale. I don't know if you talked to Jack Stan or nothing like that, because I know that was a barn burner for a first round hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, old Jimmy Dale, as we call him in Florida. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
You know, I think he ran Jack Stan in the third round, actually, third or fourth round, something like that. So yeah,
okay, I thought they met earlier than that, but go ahead.
No. So he done gapped somebody in the first round Friday. Then I think he beat two other dudes before he had to run up against old Jack Stan for the Jimmy versus Jimmy Crown. And old Jimmy Dale came home with the W. Actually came home with the W for the whole event. So
yep.
How about that? So check this out. Jimmy Dale won his own class. What do you think Skeeter Wyatt is going to do at his own race on Sunday, March 9th? You know what I'm saying?
You calling it now? You calling it now?
Oh, it's been called from the beginning, brother. Why do you think I brought all these dudes together?
Okay, that's just what I
was
want
like,
to hear.
look, how do I bring
confidence?
How do I bring the most diverse groups of cars from people all over the spectrum of the car world to get donkey gapped by Skeeter Wyatt? This is how I do it right here.
Talk to me.
And I tell you what's so great about this event, Skeeter, is, everybody's welcome to come in, pay a ticket, and watch it as part of Sunday Fun Day at the track. So it's real easy. You can even, if, like you said, for a couple of bucks more than admission, hey, you can buy a tech card and go out there and test and tune at the same time this invitational is going on.
That's right. I mean, yeah, brother. I mean, listen, with Skeeter Wyatt's around, I got a habit of making people into superstars. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're not part of the event, racing in, eliminations in the shootout, you're going to be in the presence of greatness. So come out, hang out, get a tech card, whatever you want to do. Just come out Bradenton Motorsports Park and holler at your boy Skeeter.
Gotcha.
I tell you, you know what, Skeeter, we might actually, me and Robert, we might have to talk to you about being part of that invitational next year if this is going to turn into an annual event. Because I tell you what, I think we might like to come down there and see if we can kick a little tail.
I was going to say, I'm pretty good at Facebook stalking, right? I got a couple charges on me, but we ain't going to get into that, right? So,
right.
Oh, Robert Simpson, I saw a certain blue Nova floating around his Facebook. Am I mistaken?
No, you're right. You're right. It is blue. It is blue.
All right. So I was going to ask you if you're going to come down, but I know y'all got some adorable little event called the Gatornationals you're probably going to be at, but
right. Got some, I got some things to take care of, some obligations and stuff like that. But, I got to say, man, yeah, I would run you. You know what I mean? Like I said, you might have to give me a spot. You might have to give me back tire in the hit to try to make it at least a little bit fair because, man, I've seen your setup. I've seen your ride. I've seen your whip, man, and it is bad. Okay,
listen,
I ain't gonna lie. I've seen it. And I've been around enough sleepers, enough hustlers, man, to know that I know what I'm looking at. And like you said,
right.
Man, so to even it up, you got to give me a little. I'm just saying, you got to give me something.
Listen, brother, I'll give you the back tire at the 330. I'll give you the wiggle, the move, the hit. I'll even have to gap you by at least 2 cars, brother. And then I'm a freight train you, make you look like you were tied to a tree stump, brother.
Okay, man, that's something right there we can talk about. And
if I come, I'm bringing an extra. If I come down there, I'm bringing an extra jug, and I'm going to go 2-stage.
You gonna do a what now?
I'm going to bring an extra jug of nitrous. If I have to, I can throw on a second stage.
We calling them jugs now? Damn,
some
how
people
much
do.
She's spraying, brother.
Some do. Some do. He's got a mother bottle strapped in the back. You never know what you're gonna get out of that one.
I was gonna say he bringing a 50-gallon drum of nitrous. That's what you need to beat old Skeeter Wyatt. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, man. Now, like I said, same thing with Mitchell. You're gonna have to work with him on it. But yeah, man, I could definitely see the fun running at the Skeeter Wyatt Invitation for sure. Now, tell me something, man. What are the rules for the competitors that are there? What are the steps? Is it all heads up or is it all negotiable?
No rules, just right. Outback Steakhouse. You feel me? So
Gotcha.
Essentially, it's just going to be straight up heads up racing, all normal drag racing rules. Red light rule is in effect. Don't cross the center line, all that jazz. But yeah, it ain't. We're gonna have everybody run normally because we ain't gonna mess up the whole start line procedure they got there at the track. But
right.
If these boys want to run for a little cheddar cheese on the side, that's highly encouraged. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Another thing that is also highly encouraged, I am this close to making it an official rule, is you better be talking trash, because if you ain't talking trash to your competitor, I might just start talking trash to you. And trust me, you don't want that.
Okay, so you're going to be on the mic the whole time that you're not racing.
I'm always on the mic, brother, 24/7. Never leaving.
There you go.
I'm asleep like this, just talking trash. That's just how I live my life.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
You get it.
I mean, I like it. I like somebody that's out front that tells you exactly what they think and exactly what they're going to do. At least you know where they stand. Ain't no guessing involved. So I got nothing but respect for that. Nothing but respect.
While we got a little second, I want to go through some of these drivers that you invited, and you kind of tell us a little about each one of them. I mean, like, we talked, Robert and I mean, you got a car from each side of the world. You got trucks. You got a NASCAR car that's going to be in there.
Got a NASCAR?
Yes. So we're going to throw this one up there and tell us a little bit about this gentleman.
All right, let me tell you a little something about Full Circle Garage. He got about 200,000 followers on Instagram. You can see all his JDM toy box cars in the back there. But the piece de resistance, obviously, is the NASCAR in front. And he loves the movie, what's the one with Tom Cruise? Days of Thunder. Yeah. So that's why he got a Days of Thunder quote. He rub you. And rubbing, son, is racing. Mm-hmm. One thing about this, he might be called Full Circle Garage, but he gonna get a full circle ass whooping if he lines up with Skeeter Wyatt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He don't want that smoke.
Ooh, okay.
Now Jordan DaCosta, you know what I mean? I like the kid. He's a young buck. He's from Long Island. I think he's about 18 years old, which mathematically, I made a trip up to Long Island about 18, 19 years ago, so I might actually be his daddy.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I respect him. He's the only nitrous car in the group so far. So he sprays a little bit of that giggle gas, but he might have to bring that 50-gallon drum that you were talking about, Mitchell, earlier, if he wants to run with me.
Oh yeah, we might be able to help him out there. But he still probably
he gonna need all the help he can get. Oh yeah, that's my man Sean C. Auto. So he got a turbo Barra swap 68 Mustang. He calls the Feral Shelby. You know what I mean? And listen. He can Crocodile Dundee his way all the way back to Australia with that engine because he ain't gonna line up with me and get a W. That's all I know.
Okay, that's a sleeper to me, man.
Oh, this is a late entry right here. And I like the trash talk. He said naturally aspirated because I don't need nitrous or boost to beat you dorks. So I like the confidence. I can dig it. Problem is with that Ford Mustang, he might spin out of control and end up in the other lane. So we just gotta watch out for him. You know what I mean?
True. Yep.
Oh, here we go. It's Nico Crouchenko. He's one of the young bucks out there. You know what I mean? He got a Pro Charge Camaro, so he's a Chevy boy. I can dig it. He's about 6'6". He got a name like a Russian KGB agent. I feel like he's like the bad guy in a Rocky movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And thing about Rocky movies is the bad guys always lose. Oh, we got JJ. So JJ, so this is his dad's car that he built. It's a turbo LS 67 fastback Mustang. I actually did a feature on this one on YouTube, so go check that one out. But he does a little racing south of the border. He does a little Tijuana teabagging out there. You know what I mean? But this ain't the Mexico streets, brother. This is at the Trizac. And trust me, you don't want the smoke over here. But let me tell you something about him really quick before we go back.
Yeah.
I got a good idea of what most of these cars run. And if you're listening, if you line up with that Mustang, that's going to be a good race. So for anybody that's going to be paying attention and watching the video, if they line up with each other, that's going to be a real good race. I'm looking forward to that one if they line up.
Okay. I got a question before we go on to the next person. Are y'all going to do chip draws?
Yeah, we're gonna. I haven't announced any of this yet. I'm actually going to probably do that in the next day or so. But I got chip draw for first round. Essentially, ones are going to run the ones, twos are going to run the twos, so on and so forth. You get a green chip, you get lane choice. Red chip, you don't. And then we'll just set up the ladder after that. Their first chip draw. I don't need to be wasting time with the chip draw every round. But yeah, it's going to be a chip draw first round.
I like it, man. I like it. It's simple and straightforward. Oh, that's talk right. to me. Talk to me. What's up here?
The Lexus. This is a luxury car. Actually, you want to talk about a sleeper. This thing actually does have about 400 horsepower. But I'll tell you what, he better have his air-conditioned seats on because he's going to need to cool them off after I whip his ass.
Woo, I like hearing that.
That's my man PA right there. So it's hard for me to talk trash about this car. It's so Billy McKee commented. Let me tell you something about Billy McKee before I start roasting PA. Billy is my arch nemesis right there. All right.
Really?
And he just put a turbo on his BRZ and he's still scared to come and run me. So that's a call out for old Billy McKee right there. So PA, hard for me to talk trash about this car. Because he can roll around in the 1970 Monte Carlo and pick up any of our grandmas and shame us for life. So I might have to cool out on that until the day of the race. All right, so we got Michael Van Zyl. He got to pick him up truck. If he takes the hat off, he's bald. He looks like Cold Stone Steve Austin to me. You know what I mean? So he about to get stone cold stunnered.
Oh yeah.
And then we got the CEOs not even telling me what they're going to bring. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, he could bring the McLaren. He could bring, you know, any of them, you know, Italian cars out here. He's still going to get the Gapperoni and cheese pizza. And then we got the Hellcat. What's up with these Dodge guys and the Hellcats and the Demons and the Devil Dogs and stuff like that? I'm going to make him pray to the Lord and Savior, Skeeter Wyatt, after I get done with him. All right.
Yep. Got you. Woo!
Bringing the dude.
Got a cart.
All right. So we got the vet cart, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, he's a little spicy. He is a little spicy, but I can't respect the man that, you know, just you know, it's a Timu Leroy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a Timu Leroy, and you know, I like to do my own thing, and you know, I just don't respect it. And if I'm going to break character for a second, Kelly's a really nice guy. I like Kelly. I did a feature on his car too. So I'm going to break character for just a second. I like that dude.
Roger that.
And here we go. The man, the myth, the legend, Skeeter Wyatt, clapping cheeks from here to Mozambique. I mean, we got the 1985 S10, a.k.a. the dime piece, the Mullet Drive 305. As you can see, I'm doing burnouts in the streets of the suburbs because you just can't stop Skeeter Wyatt from getting wild. You know what I mean? I mean, if I'm not gapping everybody by 3 or 4 cars, I'm just not doing my job. I'm not doing my American duty. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then this dude, Mike Morrison, another you know, Mustang. We're gonna have to watch out, make sure he stays in his lane, especially him because he got a stupid charger on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, again, handing out free drag lessons all day. He's gonna have to hand out, you know, therapy cards after I put ass whooping on everybody.
Yeah, it looks like you got some really good cars that's coming out for this invitational, but you don't seem like you're worried about none of them.
I'm never worried, brother. I'm telling you, I'm too cool to sweat. You know what I mean? I mean, I've never used a stick of deodorant in my life. Just ask all my baby mamas; they'll tell you.
Okay. I can smell that stank from here, man.
The full circle says telling you to watch your tone.
What you want me to do? Take my eyeballs out, turn them around? Get out of here, brother.
Man, oh man. It sounds like you called your shot and then some.
You know what, Billy? Billy, you talk a lot of trash for somebody who looks like a wet Q-tip.
Dang. Okay.
Get out of here, brother.
I don't think the mic's gonna be turned off the whole time. I can definitely see that, man. And I'm like, you know,
and he's coming out, but he ain't racing. He's gonna show up to the track. So we're gonna be face to face. We're gonna square up like it's a UFC fight. So
I got you, man. I tell you that I like the variety that you got, man. I like Leroy Jr. Yeah, just because it's Leroy, just because what it is. And then that turbo looked like it was so big, it was in 2 pieces. I mean, it just, you know, had to keep adding on to the picture. And I don't know what that one is. And then the Mustang with the turbo Barrett. Did you say the turbo Barrett is the 6-cylinder?
Yeah. So it was like it's basically the Australian / American 2JZ. You know what I mean? So you can slap in things with enough boost to blow up a city block. You know?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But tell us about the dime piece, man. Or you got to keep that hush hush just because the haters are out there.
No, they can know it. It don't matter. It don't matter. Can't grow a real. This is real, brother. It's removable, but it's real.
I got you, man.
I got you. Calm down, Bill. So we got the dime piece S10. You know what I mean? AKA the dime piece, Mullet Drive 305. Never taking it on a dyno because, you know, that's that Chinese stuff. I don't need them taking my information. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm assuming it makes somewhere in the ballpark of 800 to 1,800 horsepower, somewhere along those lines. You know what I mean? Because it's got the Mullet Drive on it. So if you got to ask what a Mullet Drive is, you'll never get it. So that's all I got to say about that.
Right.
Well, and also with this invitational, you know, it couldn't be done without sponsors. So would you like to talk a little bit about the sponsors that's came on board to help you out?
Cue them up, brother, because, you know, you know, not only are they sponsors, but they're sponsoring a very specific trophy.
That's correct.
So
we're going to run through them real quick.
Jordan been talking trash saying everybody's going to get a trophy like it's a participation award. There is a very specific purpose to all these. All right, Jordan, so stop being so disrespectful to your daddy. All right, so we got J.C. Crouchshanko and Jen Garbrandt. They are sponsoring the Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo trophy. That's for the first car that breaks. So if you get this trophy, you had a bad day, but at least you get to go home with the hardware. You know what I mean?
Dang, man.
We got Run It Motorsports. That's my buddy Manny with the Lexus, actually. So he got a website called Run It Motorsports. So check it out. They cover all kind of racing stuff. But this is the Texas Rattlesnake Award. So this is for just the meanest sounding car that's there. So it could be slow as all hell, but if it sounds mean, you're probably going to get this trophy.
All right.
We got the Gun Shop of Sarasota sponsoring the Luigi Trophy for the runner-up, because that's number 2. And all little brothers across the world know second player always plays with Luigi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, we got Saltwater Print with the biggest gaptism. I don't think I need to explain this when we go look at time slips. So the biggest, ET difference, or the biggest win margin, I should say, the winner gets the biggest gaptism. And then we got the Shop XPA. That's my homie with the Monte Carlo. So we got the little dude on there. So this is the little man syndrome trophy. So the fastest car that's less than 8 cylinders will get this one. So one of the 6-cylinder and 4-cylinder guys is going to come out and get the little man syndrome trophy. Man. Salty Coatings Tampa Bay. That's a dude named Greg Keeney. So he does detail work, and he also gets a bunch of video and pictures and stuff at different car events, throughout the Bay Area. So this is the fastest stick shift vehicle, as you can see. 1, 2, 3 jail prison. Y'all know how it goes.
Oh yeah, man. I like that breakdown.
And then Full Circle Garage. He was talking trash earlier, but he's all good. He sponsored a trophy. You know what I mean? So this is the All Natty Daddy trophy. So the fastest naturally aspirated vehicle. And this is a very realistic recreation of Full Circle Garage without a shirt on, just an FYI.
Ooh, dang.
And then we got the Cafe Moto podcast. That's a combination of PA with the Monte Carlo and Manny with the Lexus. They got the Cafe Moto podcast, where Skeeter Wyatt actually was the very first guest on the show. So make sure to check that out on YouTube. But we got the People's Champ Award. So the People's Champ, a.k.a. The Rock. This is going to take a unofficial poll of the racers and some of the spectators, and pretty much whatever the coolest car they think is that gets the most vote, going to get the People's Choice Award. We adding the car show element to the race. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then the big kahuna right here. We got the Bradenton Performance Supply Grand Champion Trophy. This is for the dude that wins the whole event. So, obviously we got to put the greatest of all time, Skeeter Wyatt, on the trophy. Shout out to Bradenton Performance Supply. Obviously, that's Jordan's whole deal. So thanks for facilitating that, Mr. Jordan DaCosta. And yeah, brother, if you need some go fast parts and you in the Bradenton area, stop by Bradenton Performance Supply.
All right. Man,
yeah, sounds like it's going to be a great time down there this weekend.
It's going to be a hootenanny. It's going to be a shindig. It's going to be hopping and popping, brother. You know what I mean? So, I got a whole bunch of people coming out, even if they ain't going to race. They're just from all different, again, all different spectrums of the car world. They come in just to check it out. If you talk as much trash as I have, and you encourage as much trash as I've encouraged, people are going to take notice. You know what I mean? So we're going to have quite a few people out there hanging out, man. It's going to be a good time. Rumor has it we might even smash some Busch lattes at the end of it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. I can definitely see you in the winter knocking those back. I can definitely see that.
Well, I might just bring a couple cases out. That way everybody can knock them back. You know what I mean? We all go home.
That's true. You're going to do what you got to do.
Stone Cold Stunner, them bad boys.
There you go.
So where does someone go if they want to know what the results are from this weekend? Tell them how to get there.
So you could follow me on all the socials. I mean, it's Skeeter Wyatt pretty much everywhere. And then Instagram is Skeeter_Wyatt. I'll be posting up some results, probably not as the events is happening. I'll be a little bit busy gapping everybody, but a little bit after the event, man, I should be able to post up some pictures, some results, stuff like that. Obviously, we're going to have the sponsors out there for trophy presentations, so it's going to be a good time. Then obviously, I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of video of it, so check me out on YouTube for the full video. Plenty of other dudes out there are going to be jumping on, and then posting up on your YouTube video as well. So you're going to be able to get a couple different perspectives of the race, which is always cool.
That's cool.
Now, if someone watches this later or watches your event on YouTube after you post it, how do they get a hold of you? Maybe next year they want to sponsor one of these trophies.
all the social medias, brother. That's how it happened now, man. Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Even a lot of the dudes that were racing, they just saw people sharing it and posting it. They're like, "Hey, how do I get in on this?" So it's all pretty much that, man. I mean, you know, I'm a simple kind of man, Leonard Skinner. You know what I mean? So I don't got a website and all that. Maybe in the future, maybe I'll pay one of them computer dorks to like make something up for me. I don't know. You know, I ain't smart enough for that kind of stuff. I dropped out of school in the 3rd grade, so you know, we gotta do that in the future. Yeah, for right now, it's all just social media, man. Hit me up if you want to take part in the future. Let's get it popping. Maybe we'll have multiple classes. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll get a little bit more spicy in the future. You know, maybe we'll be able to break it up if we got more cars for, you know, a little bit more casual than a little bit more race specific. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a little bit of more trash talking going on out there. So I want to post this one and let you deal with it.
Bring it. Skeeter, your girl cousin said, come back to bed. Tell her I said, hang on. I know. He acts like that's trash talk. Yeah, I deal with that every day.
Yeah.
The truth don't hurt me.
No, I sure don't, man. I tell you what, man, Mitchell and I, we've got to work it out, man, to come next year. We've got to. I got to see this in person, man. I got to see this group in person. We've got to experience the Skeeter Wyatt experience in person. And I tell you what, man, this thing's really going to hit. This thing's really going to hit. The group that you've invited looks sound. Okay. I don't know what they can do against you, man. Okay. I'm just going to say it. I don't know what they can do. I mean, I know you called it. Okay. That's fine. But I'm just saying, you've picked a good sound group of very diverse people in the racing car culture. So, man, I tip my hat to you on that.
That's kind of the idea. And let me workshop some stuff with you. So you know, I know so like Sick Week, right, has a class called Sick Week Freaks, and it's just kind of like, you know, weirdo cars, like off the beaten path. That's not a heads up racing event. They're just racing for ETs and stuff like that. So
right.
I was thinking about making a class like that and just calling it Freak Nasty. You know what I mean? And just having the weirdest, craziest cars just to come run heads up. And you know, like I don't give a damn if it runs 15s. If it's something wild, you know what I mean? Just bring it all out, showcase it. You know what I mean? I don't care if you lose. Ooh, he said he heard Bill. Well, he got to show up to race first. We're in a group chat, PA. You know how many times I've challenged him and him. Oh, I don't know, man. It's not really a race car. This is my daily. But yeah, a daily embarrassment.
How about if someone brings 2 bicycles? You going to gap him?
If somebody brings 2 bicycles, I think that'd be the biggest gap you ever seen in your life. It'd be looking like Michael Strahan's 2 front teeth.
Woo! Woo! Works around that fence. You know what I mean?
You know, the next 2, 3 miles this way.
Yeah, it's like going, oh man. Okay, now that's a gap. Okay, when you got FEMA trailers involved, you got a big gap going on.
That's right. We're bringing out all the FEMA trailers. You know what I mean?
Yep. Line them up, nose to tail. Let's see who we got. So
that's right.
I tell you what, man, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you sharing and getting people amped up and psyched up about the Skeeter Wyatt Invitational this Sunday at Bradenton Motorsport Park. Now, what time are the gates open? Still there?
All right. Gates open 9 a.m. Track goes hot at 10 a.m. All right. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Just
gates open 9 a.m. Track goes hot at 10 a.m.
Roger that.
And, you know, basically what we're going to do, we're trying to get everything, you know, lined out as early as possible, you know, to try to make sure we can get our run-ins. And a special guest, Victor Alvarez, the owner of Bradenton Motorsports Park, said he will come and run with us as long as his Mustang don't break at his event on the 6th. So we're going to have an inside track to make sure this thing goes down right.
I got you.
Full Circle said he'll challenge you to a foot race.
Challenge me to a foot race because, you know, I'll put a foot up his butt if he tries to race me.
Man, I tell you what, man, I want to see it. Man. I want to see y'all on a foot race on the same side. Anything goes to the tree.
Anything goes to the tree?
Anything goes to the tree. Elbows, clips. Yeah, elbows, clips, something. Anything goes to the tree. Man, be like hockey. I love it.
That's right. Yeah, we bringing the hockey rink to the drag strip. You know,
you go.
We got a whole lot of creative drag racing now. You know what I mean? We got back of the track, no prep, no time. We even got index racing with no time slips. So we're gonna have to do a little foot racing and see if we can change it up a bit.
I think when the sun goes down, if you know what I mean, I think that definitely can happen. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I think that can definitely happen.
Here's what we're gonna do though. What up, Jordan? What up, Jordan? Here's what we're gonna do though. Whatever lane he's in, we're gonna prep it with all the sticky stuff. That way he can't bring his feet off the track. You know what I mean?
He's sitting there like a doorstop. Going back.
And all he wears is Crocs. So we're gonna see a Croc go flying up in the air as soon as he
first layer skin, second layer skin, all that stuff.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, Skeeter, we appreciate you coming on tonight. And I tell you, we look for a future of having you back on and dive in even deeper with you. But I want to let everybody know that's joining us right now. Please stay with us. We have Anthony Troyer joining us. He used to run Factory Stock Showdown. Now he's moved up to the top Alcohol Dragster class. And we're going to talk about his debut that he had last week there at the Baby Gators. And he'll be back there again this weekend for the Gatornationals. So it's always great to see people move up through the ranks in drag racing. But Skeeter, again, thank you so much. It's been a privilege to have you on. And we're looking forward to seeing who wins the trophies down there this weekend at Bradenton.
F&A Rock, brother. Skeeter Wyatt Invitational, March 9th, Bradenton Motorsports Park. Be there. Watch it on YouTube after. I'll at your boy.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it, Skeet. Man, keep it between the lines, if you know what I mean.
Never.
Man, best of luck, man. Best of luck.
Wow.
Okay, keep it out of the ditch, man. Keep it out of the ditch. Keep it out of the ditch, man. We can't post bail till Tuesday, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Have a good night, buddy.
Man, appreciate it.
Later, buddy.
No problem. Take care. All right, we're going to take a pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Anthony Troyer.
Reliability to drive thousands of miles. Confidence for those who fly high. Redline oil products give you the power to crush the competition. And a track record of being the best. Redline oil products. You push it to the limit, we'll protect it.
Ready to take your engine to the next level? Scorpion Racing Products delivers precision-engineered, high-performance rocker arms that dominate the track. 100% CNC machined in the USA with aerospace-grade aluminum for unmatched strength and durability. Our rocker arms handle extreme conditions with multiple ratios available to fit your needs. Backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. When performance matters, choose Scorpion Racing Products. Proven, reliable, unstoppable.
Man.
Anthony Troyer, I want to thank you for joining us tonight and talk a little bit about your debut there at the Baby Gators last weekend, and talk about, some of the things that you had to change moving from Factory Stock Showdown over to running a top Alcohol Dragster.
Thanks for having me on. A lot changed. Well, it's like 1,100 pounds lighter or more. It's insane. A difference, going from something that has two doors and spacious and a trunk and a hood to something that's 300 inches long and it's just mean and care and just it doesn't have any care in the world. What it does is you're strapped to a rocket and you're ready to go, basically. It's funny you say that because I've only been in a dragster one other time, and it was 6 passes, and that was it. I've always been in a door car, and so I adapted very quickly.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on tonight. We know your schedule is crazy busy, and apparently ours is too tonight. It's really good. We had a fun time with Skeeter, and that was good. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was good.
But I tell you, last year was the first time I saw your shootout car. We were up in the lanes, and you come rolling up there, and it's really catchy with the color of it. And I'm like going, man, I remember this one. And Mitchell's like going, yeah, he's a farmer from Florida. And I'm like going, whoa, wait a minute. Like our home state here. Wait a minute, what?
Oh yeah.
So that's what you do for a living?
Yep. So I'm a farmer in Florida here, South Florida, Fort Myers, born and raised here in Florida. My parents were growing up in Erie, Pennsylvania. We still have the farm in Erie. That's where we grow our seed potatoes. And so we grow them and harvest them in September. And then we ship them back down here and plant them in October. And then from October to January, we're planting 5 days a week. And so like the second week of January, we're finishing up, and then the last week of January, first week of February, we're harvesting. We don't stop harvesting until about the second week of May. So Gainesville is kind of really, I shouldn't be there, and my brothers and my dad and my uncle and my family allow me to go. And I'm going to be, last year was the first time we went to Pomona. And we're going to be going to Pomona again, and that is during harvest. And that's, again, it's like something I shouldn't be doing, and I find myself doing it anyways. And my dad's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm able to get off. I'm able to play hooky for a little while, and it's fun. I've done Showdown for 4 years, and I loved it. I always liked the door cars, but going in those dragsters, I can't even explain the feeling going over 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. And I tell you, even though you hadn't had that many passes in the car, or in the dragster rather, you look very comfortable.
Yeah, that it's a very comfortable car. Actually, when I got in it, and I didn't feel out of place at all. Almost felt like I was at home. And I wasn't worried about the rash times. My goal was to get my license, and from there see what I could do. And getting my license, I wasn't paying attention to anything. I was just trying to figure out how to stage the car correctly, do the burnouts the way they were told, where I was told, and I did everything correctly. And I get back and they're like, "What do you think you did?" I was like, "I don't know. I went to the 300." Maybe they're like, "Yeah, you nailed it, 300, just right after 300 feet, and look at your reaction time." And it was like a 79. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's not bad." I was like, "All right, whatever." And so then the next was just a little after the 800 foot mark, and they're like, "All right, what do you think where do you think you stopped at the track?" I was like, "I think I went a little bit longer. I said almost to 1,000 feet." Like, "Yeah, it's exactly right." And they're like, "What do you think your reaction time was?" I was like, no clue. It was a 22, and they're like, you nailed it. Like, you're doing really good.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, okay." And then the third pass, shut it down just after 1,000 feet, and I had like an 80 reaction time. So yeah, I love it. It's fun. There's not much I could say other than that. That's for sure.
So how did you become acquainted with? Shoot, I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Barton.
Who?
McPhillips.
Yeah, McPhillips. Yeah, thank you. I had it on the tip of my tongue and I lost
it. The other team on my mind. I'm like going, wait a minute. No, that's not right.
I've been with 3 teams. This is my 3rd team. So the McPhillips I got acquainted with through a guy named Charlie Nelson. And Charlie had been in the industry for a long time. He worked on a Top Fuel team for a very long time. Then he worked for Amalie Oil, and then he is now doing some stuff through a company. And this company is with him. He is mediator for Fendt, basically. He's getting Fendt and NHRA together and figuring out a game plan and how to put their product out there and get brand awareness. And so when I got the Fendt sponsorship, I met Charlie, and that's when Charlie and I started working together. And Charlie's a great guy. And I told Charlie, I said, "I think this is my last year in Showdown." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I think I'm done with Showdown. I had a lot of fun." I said, "But I'm just so busy. I can't keep doing this." And I said, "I want to go faster, but I can't. I don't have a dragster. I don't have, a fast door car. It takes over a year to build a car if you want to go mountain motor pro stock racing or whatever, right?" And I said, I don't have the time anyway, so I think this is it. I think I'm done." He's like, "You can't quit. You got to keep going, right? You're great. You're good at what you're doing." I said, "Okay." And so after PRI, I got a phone call from him. He said, "The McPhillips are going to call you." And I was like, "The McPhillips?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "They're an alcohol team." I said, "I know who they are." He said, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "They're going to call you and just see what you think." I said, "Okay." And so they called me, and they just told me what about their outfit, and they said that maybe we can work in a a licensing schedule and go from there. And I said, okay, that'll work. And so they said they're going to be testing Bradenton, the end of January. And it turned out they pushed it to end of February. And so end of February came and they said, hey, do you still want to get your license? I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And so it all came together really quick. Like this really wasn't planned. That last week we put this all together. This is not planned.
Really?
That's how quick it was. Yeah.
Wow.
No joke. Yep. This is how quick it was. And so I got my license and they said, I think you can go some rounds if you want. I said, okay, well, let's put it together. And so we're able to get Fent on board, and they said, yeah, we'll do it. We're on board. So yeah.
Which, all the pieces kind of fit in together really well. Fent tractors, you being a farmer, y'all use Fent tractors on y'all's farm. So everything is kind of intertwined and worked out really great for you. In today's market, it's really hard to go out there and get marketing partners to come on board for a racing program. But apparently they see you as someone who's going to go far in the sport, and so did McPhillips, and that's why they tied it in so well, so quickly.
I am very fortunate to be able to do what I'm doing right now, and I like I said a week ago, I didn't know I would be doing this. I had an idea of that'd be cool if I went alcohol racing, right? But it's like, what are the chances of me going alcohol racing? Maybe slim to none. And now it's a 7 schedule or more.
I was getting ready. That's the next question I'm sure Mitchell's probably going to ask is, what's your schedule look like for this year?
So Fent has a midway and a suite at, I think, 5 races, and then they're going to have awareness at 7 races, and no, six races. And so some of the races, unfortunately, alcohol just isn't going to be at. For example, Chicago. So alcohol won't be there, but I will be there still with Fent at the midway, just representing for Fent and helping them out. And so we're going to be going to Gainesville. Obviously, that's next week. That'll be my first national event in the dragster. And then we're going to be going to Pomona and Maple Grove, Norwalk, and Brainerd, and a couple other races we'll throw in the mix. So
is possibly the U.S. Nationals on the
U.S. Nationals is on the list.
All right.
That'll be the biggest race for Fent other than Gainesville. They're going to have a big midway there, over 90 feet of midway space. So that'll be very big for them. Yeah. They're planning on bringing a bunch of equipment and having a really good display, as well as here in Gainesville. They're going to have 2 bigger tractors. I think they're going to have like a 714. So it's a 140 horsepower tractor, 7 series. So it's a big frame row crop tractor. I think they said another 500 series. So just a step bigger than what is on the race tracks, prepping the tracks.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, and just hearing you talk about the tractors, I mean, you can, if someone come up and ask you a question about one of the models, more than likely you can explain in detail, what that tractor can offer for you as a tool for farming. And some drivers don't have that ability to be connected like that with a product to be able to try to sell it in the pits.
I think that's where our relationship really shines is that I'm in a tractor. I was working today. I got home at 6:30. I'm up and out of the house by 4:30. So I'm in the tractor for 12 hours a day, and I know the tractor's like the back of my hand. When we go to order the tractors, we're doing research, on latest models, what tractor, the weight ratings, the horsepower, PTO, all this different stuff. To be able to better our farm and figure out what we can utilize them the best for. And so if somebody came up to me and said, hey, I need advice on something, I could definitely steer them in the right way.
That's good to hear. You're actually a user.
I am definitely a user. Yes.
Of all the people, like the marketing partners that we work with, like Scorpion Racing Products, Redline Oil, Mickey Thompson Tires and stuff, we use their products, and we've used it before they came on board. So that's always good to hear. But where is the company located? Where is Fent located at?
So Fendt is located in Germany. They have their main factory is in Marktoberdorf, Germany. They also have a factory in Jackson, Minnesota. So they're high horsepower row crop tractors, the 2-track, their Row Gator, their Terra Gator, and some other stuff are made in the United States. So there are some products that are made in the United States. A lot of their lower horsepower rated row crop tractors are made in Germany. They will ship them over, and then they'll go to port, and then they'll get trucked or trained to the a yard where they'll get trucked to the dealership. But their Marktoberdorf, Germany, is where most of them are made.
Okay.
Yeah, they make a lot of tractors. I went and toured the factory in Germany. They make over 100 tractors a day.
Really?
Yes. Over 100 tractors a day. Last year, 2 years ago, wow. 2 years ago, they made 2,200 something tractors.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
That's really impressive, as big as they are in various sizes, but still.
Yeah, I see a lot of the tractors, Fendt tractors, being used around Georgia, for their cotton fields, and then they'll rotate them back and forth to peanuts, and so you see a lot of Fendt tractors being used there as well, and of course they are a sponsor of the NHRA, and so when you see them out there dragging a track, that's going to be Fendt tractors. Yep.
So funny enough, the sister company in Georgia dealer is Atlantic and Southern to our company here in Florida. So Kelly Tractors are our local dealer, and Atlantic and Southern is the dealer, regional dealer for Georgia. So I know them very well.
Yeah, I imagine so. Mitchell and I both have racer friends that are farmers. I got some buddies up in Massachusetts and Maine and all up in there who different farmers in South Carolina and things like that. So they'll really appreciate hearing this.
Yes.
As far as different things available. But I got to tell you, did you sell the shootout car, or you just got it mothballed right now?
No, we sold everything. So everything was owned by my uncle, and in January, first week of January, my uncle decided to sell everything. He sold his shares even in the company. He was moving on, and so I am now officially part of our company. I have shares now, and so that was a big step in the direction. And that's when I knew my racing was probably over, which was fine. I was willing to take the sacrifice and do what was needed in the company, and that's what was planned. But obviously that didn't go to plan.
Right.
But I'm heavily involved in the company, and company comes first, racing second. So I'm very fortunate to be able to have the McPhillips work with me with that, and that was amazing. So
it's pretty neat when one door starts to shut, another one opens up.
Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? When my uncle and I sat down and we looked back at our racing together, and we had a great time. I had a lot of fun with everything, and I was like, okay, I didn't get a Wally, I didn't win a national event, but you know what? I had a lot of fun doing it. I learned a lot, and I was fine with that. And then this door opened. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I want to ask you, and you mentioned it, and Mitchell started asking a little bit of it too. When you transition from the door car to the dragster, okay, I can't imagine, because that is such a transition from going from, like you said, an automatic door car, okay, that runs sevens, okay, going over to an injected nitro dragster with a slipper clutch that you have to hold by a handbrake and all that stuff. I mean, basically, how long did it take you for it to initially do, like, sit in and get your first startup? I mean, was it like, a couple days? I mean, I know you said everything happened quick.
It happened very quick. In fact, when they said that the licensing was going to come up in the end of February, they wanted me to come up the week prior that I was going to get my license and just feel out, because they were testing the other car. They have got two cars. One's being driven by Melanie Johnson. They were testing that car. Tony Stewart was at the time testing it for them. They wanted me to come up and look at the car, understand what's going on, get in the car, start up with me in the car, and just get a feel for everything. Just get a feel for the environment. And I knew right away what I was dealing with. I was like, wow, this is this is no joke. This is going over
Right.
270 miles an hour. I have to really think about what I'm about to do here. And I came home and I told my wife, and she's like, well, if you want to do it, now's the time to do it, because I don't think you'll get the opportunity to do it again. So,
Right.
and so that's when we got acclimated and figured out what the differences were between a door car and a nitro injected alcohol car. It's a big difference. But there's differences, but there's a lot of similarity, because in the door car I was driving, it was all foot brake. There was no trans brake. It was a TH400, so I'm shifting twice, and so I'm used to leaving on a brake, right? And so I had that familiarity and leaving on a brake, right? So
Right.
it wasn't terrible on the transition part. So I think that helped it a bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How did it feel at the Baby Gators, which, let everybody know it's the Lucas Oil Series Division 2 race that they call it the Baby Gators because it's a week before. But what was the feeling like on your first round of eliminations? You go through and you see your win light come on.
Well, I didn't see it come on because I was going so fast. I wasn't paying attention to what was at the wall. I was paying attention to what was in front of me. So
Right.
I actually initially I didn't know what happened. I out of my peripheral vision on the left, I was in the right hand lane. I didn't see her, but I also really wasn't looking for her. And so, in the turn off, in a door car, you can see very well. So that's one thing I kind of got nervous about was I've never been next to a dragster going down the track before. So getting turn off can be difficult, right? So I didn't see her next to me. So I turned off and I got on the return road. They pushed me off and I'm taking my helmet off, taking everything off. And she comes up to me. She goes, "Congratulations." I was like, "Congratulations. I won." What? And she's like, yeah, you got it. You won. I said, "Oh, wow. Okay." And so I was like, wow, I can't believe I just did it. And then the McPhillips come up honking the horn, fist bumping. And I was like, wow, I advanced one round, my first round ever. So that was a big victory. Qualifying was a big deal. During qualifying, I spun once, and then we had to figure out what was going on. And then we shook, and then we finally got in. So I've experienced what shake was. I experienced what a burnout is after 10 feet, and I was able to catch both very quickly, fortunately, and not hurt anything. And so it was different. So I've only really gone 5 full passes to the quarter mile is what it is.
Well, and I tell you, you was faced with a tough competitor next to you, Jackie Frick. She's no slouch at all.
Yep.
And she's got quite a bit of wallies to show everybody, and to be able to go out there and to win that round is pretty remarkable. And
yeah, very remarkable. I still think about it, and it's like, did I really? That's amazing. It's hard to believe, going up there. I just think about it. I breathe. I didn't think about who was next to me. I didn't think about Jackie. I just thought about going from A to B, going down the track and just getting the dragster, keeping it center, Right. And so that was my main goal. I wasn't really thinking about what was in the other lane. And that helps a lot.
And just so people that's on here that may not be familiar, during the Lucas Oil races, there's only 8 cars that qualify. So it's really tough to be able to get into that 8-car field.
Yeah, so there was 10 cars on property.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And then, it's kind of a little bit more, I wouldn't say relaxed, but you have a better opportunity to make it into a national event because they take 16.
You do.
So just want to let everybody know the differences if they're not familiar. And I've got a quick video I want to throw up real quick. I believe this was actually your second round, and you just barely missed turning on that win light a second time. So don't blame the cameraman. It's a little wobbly. I was trying to walk and get a good shot at the same time. So hold on, just
plug the ears.
right.
Man.
So give a little perspective to someone who's never been up to the wall like that, to get a little bit of experience of how fast the acceleration is. Everybody knows that, the nitro cars are pretty quick to leave, but I tell you what, the alcohol dragsters are not too far behind. And what does that feel like to you sitting in the cockpit when you let go of that handbrake?
Well, first of all, I've never been strapped in like that before in my life until I got into a dragster. I mean, your helmet is literally strapped to your harness, and I've never been, your face is down, you're so your head doesn't fly back, and just the whole feeling itself is remarkable. In a door car, in the showdown car, you leave hard. It's a 3,500-pound car that's doing a 118 60 foot. That's a lot of weight moving very quickly. So you feel acceleration. And so I had a really good idea of what acceleration was. But then it teeters off at about, 600 feet. It just maintains and it keeps momentum. But it just doesn't stop. It just keeps climbing and climbing. And in fact, it gets quicker once the 1-to-1 gear ratio goes with the clutch. And that round, unfortunately, the clutch was a little light, and my light wasn't as good.
Gotcha.
Wasn't it about just a couple of thousandths though?
It was a couple of thousandths.
Yeah.
I had a 40 light to his 22.
Yep.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But still clean run. Point A, point B.
It was a very clean
didn't
run.
see no cylinders dropped. Didn't see anything like
Nope.
that.
No
that
holes.
was but that's pretty known for the McPhail, your team.
Yeah.
Okay, they're one of the teams that I've noticed over the years are very, very consistent with the injected nitro combinations. So I tell you, but I don't know if you would know this answer or not. Whenever you turn the top bulb on, okay, and you get ready, that thing makes a sound change.
Yes.
Big time. And I don't think that's you taking your foot off the clutch. I could be wrong, and then going in with a handbrake. I don't know, but the sound change is almost like you turn on an extra fuel pump or what. I don't know.
Yeah, I do feel it. You can feel the whole car lugs down. It actually shakes more violently. It's the foot coming off the clutch is what it is.
Okay.
So when I pre-stage and then they pre-stage, I'll throw the fuel. I'll make sure I got enough handbrake, because if you don't have enough handbrake, it's just gonna go. It's gonna
Pull
lift
right
forward.
through it. Yeah.
And so I'll make sure I have enough handbrake, and then that's when I'll let the clutch out and start bumping in. And that's what you hear the engine bog down.
It's loading
it's loading it. I think it bogs down to 2,200 RPM.
I don't know, but it just sounds so nasty.
It's amazing.
It just sounds so nasty when it loads down like that. And I'm like, and hearing how much that it pulls it down, it's like I'm just amazed when you hit it that all the cylinders clean out.
Yeah, and my first time being up next to an alcohol car, when they had the throttle all the way before they staged, there was a lot of fuel coming out the pipes. I had no clue. I mean, it's just like it's dumping fuel. It's going. It's ready to go. Yeah, it's crazy experience.
Yeah, and for someone who's standing there on the wall taking photos and videos, we get showers.
Yeah, that's
it burns.
I can imagine.
Oh gosh, that stuff burns. I know you know it, but I mean, seeing people that's been doing it for years, and they're just around tuning with no masks, no nothing.
I don't know how.
And, like going, I don't know how you survive. I mean, your eyes aren't red or nothing. It's like you just, I don't know. I just see some people like that.
It's Norwalk is probably one of the worst tracks for us to go through when we were in the showdown cars, because you go right through the fuel pits, and usually we're following them or they're following us. And so we would go through, and it never failed. They were always doing a startup in the pits. And so our cabins would get full of nitro, and we would just be coughing and crying and going to make a pass.
Well, Mitchell and I got the same thing. We pull up in the stage lanes and somebody's next to us with a methanol car. I'm like going, we got alcohol, and of course their exhaust is right here. So I'm rolling windows, rolling my windows up, closing my door, whatever, because you can't breathe. But
it's a lot of fun.
That's good, man. I just find it amazing. You said you've only made 5 full passes.
5 full passes. Yep.
And you were in the second round. at the end of 5 full passes. That is absolutely amazing, considering you said this deal has pretty much come together in a week.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. Like I said, I think a lot of it has to contribute of how long I've been running equipment, adapting in different types of equipment all the time, right? And so I'm never in one piece of equipment. I'm always jumping around, whether it's excavators, dozers, graders, tractors, mowers, whatever it is. I'm always jumping around. And so, I think I'm easily adaptable in different environments. And this is the same thing. It's just adapting and overcoming very quickly.
Makes sense. That totally
well, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to your Gatornationals debut.
Me too.
Your first national event.
Yep.
And I tell you what, you're racing with some very smart people. They know how to get to winner's circle at the end of the day. And,
oh yeah, I'm very excited. And we rewrapped the car since the Baby Gators, and I can't wait to show everybody. That's going to be a really good wrap. It's a lot like my Showdown car. Very similar.
Oh, really?
It is.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
well,
they wrapped
remember,
it yesterday. Looks really good.
If you got an early picture, you got to send it to Mitchell so we can post it on the Spot Motorsports Media. We got to.
We'll do that.
We're going to be out there Thursday afternoon.
I know it, but if we get an early picture, work with me, Mitchell. Come on.
It's not a good picture, but I could send
some. Yeah,
I won't show it until Thursday. If you send it to me, I'll wait till Thursday to show it off to everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely, because we're planning on being there at the Gators this weekend, starting Friday. And we'd like to look you up and come back and come talk to you and say hello to you.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come by. And in fact, if you guys want, you can come up to the Midway, and anybody's welcome to come up to the Midway. And I'll be around the Midway if I'm not helping out with the car. And I'll more than likely, I'd love to show you guys what the tractors look like inside. They look like a spaceship. The new technology that Fent's coming out is amazing stuff. Really,
absolutely.
Is. Yeah,
absolutely. Would love to do a video with you on it as well, and get it posted on here to represent your sponsor, Fent Tractors. It'll be a great opportunity, and I would definitely love to do that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. That'd be great.
Okay. We'll consider it. We'll not consider it. We're going to do it. We just got to get hooked up with you to be able to, we got to look at the schedule and see what's
as long as the weather's permitting, correct?
Yes.
Well,
I didn't say the R word. Okay.
No, don't say it, because we all live in Florida. We all know. Okay. But let's just say that does affect the timing of the racing. Then that might open up a window of opportunity to be able to be there on Midway, to be able to have a quieter display, shall we say?
It's a good way to put it.
I put it this way: today they done testing, which I thought was really, really cool. That NHRA TV came on board, live streamed all the testing with Joe Costello doing a lot of commentator work. I want to thank Warren Evans being behind the cameras, showing all the different angles and stuff. And Brian Lawns, he was on there as well as another gentleman that's going to be in the mix of announcing this year. It was totally a great opportunity for people to try to hopefully draw them to the Gatornationals to buy tickets and come sit in the stands. It's a real neat experience for everybody. Not just to come out there and watch the nitro cars, but pro stock motorcycle, pro mod, all the way down to the stock, super stock classes, factory stock showdown. And
there you go. There's 23 cars in the class.
Yeah, and of course, come out there and see Anthony do his thing in the top Alcohol Dragster. It's always a great time. A lot of people talk about, Thank you, Randy. Yes, you're right. David was on there as well.
Really?
Today. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know David was on there. Oh. Yep. Okay.
So he's going to be doing announcing duties this year as well. The NHRA's got a whole new lineup that they're going to have, and I think it's going to be more entertaining for the fan that's sitting at home that cannot make it out to the track. They'll be able to go into more detail with the classes and with the cars. Okay. But Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be a really great year for fans and for spectators to come out and watch this. And like I said, if you don't have your Gator National tickets yet, uh, go ahead and get them now before they run out. Hopefully, there'll be a sellout crowd this year. And then at the end of the show, I want to let everybody know that about Bernie's Fan Fest that's going on tomorrow night. Real great opportunity for people to meet drivers that may not be able to go to the Gator Nationals, get hero cards signed. They're going to have a car show, live band. And Anthony, did you know that Josh Hart played the drums?
I had no clue. I heard. That's amazing. I had no clue.
So apparently he's really good at playing the drums, and he's going to take the stage and he's going to well away on them down there Wednesday night. So that's going to be.
See.
I already
did you know? Did you know Josh Hart is going to be running Factory Showdown?
Yes.
He is.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
and yeah, because whenever we heard he was running shootout, and then you're running alcohol, that's why I was asking you if you still had the shootout car.
No, look at that thing. Oh, it's beautiful.
It does.
That is going to be Josh's ride. Man, just the artwork on there is just awesome. I don't care if it's paint or wrap. The car looks excellent, and for him to pull double duty is a lot to ask for somebody. I guess the other person that you can actually ask that has done both would be Leah Pruitt, where she jumped back and forth between the classes. So
Leah did that. She did Top Fuel and Showdown. That was not easy. And a lot of times Showdown is following behind Top Fuel.
I was going to say the schedule.
Yeah, the schedule is very close, and usually Fuel's running, so is Showdown right behind them or in front of them, and so you would see Leah get on the golf cart at the track and just they'd haul her down here there as quick as possible. They'd put her in the back of the pack of the Showdown cars so that she make it in time. And it's the same way with Aaron Stanfield when he was running Showdown. He was not running Showdown anymore, but when he was running Showdown and Pro Stock. It's the same thing. Showdown would run same time Pro Stock and Fuel cars were. So you would have Aaron run, and then he'd come back as quick as he could to the end of the line where the Showdown cars were. And sometimes he was in the finals for both. And so they would wait for him to win one and win the next.
Yep. I mean, it's an amazing accomplishment, one, to be able to run two classes, but then to be able to be successful in two classes is the next step. But then having a team that works with you, it's like and understands difficult. Like, okay, they prepped the car, they got it staged in the right area for me. I'm finished with the run. Somebody's down there to immediately pick me up and take me back. I don't have to wait for a golf cart or a ride to come back. They're already there waiting. And, it takes a lot of coordination, a lot more than people realize.
It does. Stephen Bell last year ran his FX car and a Showdown car, and that was literally back to back. And last year they only had about 4 to 6 FX cars, so it was like immediately you would move back as quick as you can from the Showdown back to get you to your FX car, and then during eliminations, it doesn't take long to get through 6 cars, so you're trying to get back as quick as you can so you don't hold up the show, and it's not an easy thing to do.
No,
they're not going to wait for you.
But at least everybody would work with you. Your competitors and stuff would understand that hey, he's coming back, so they intentionally, as long as NHRA didn't bust your chops, you intentionally hold back to try to let them get up there.
Yep.
And same thing.
Are y'all going to be pitted? Well, sorry.
No, go ahead, Mitchell. Go ahead, Mitchell.
Are y'all going to be pitted in the same place that you were for the Baby Gators?
We will be, yes.
Okay.
It was a good spot, as long as the water doesn't flood the area.
Wait, where were you last, or where were you this year, parked wise?
So I'm right where Pro Mod would park. Right.
Oh, down by the gas pumps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on the other side of the gas pumps.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As long as you're not in that grassy field going towards the track in between the lanes. You're
last year, that's where we were pitted for Showdown, and
horrible.
It didn't even rain, and it was still wet. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to encourage spectators coming out as they walk through the nitro pits and they go see everybody who runs pro stock and pro stock motorcycle, just take that walk a little further and go visit the alcohol classes and also the pro mods drivers and stuff in their pits. They're equally as important as the pro drivers in my eyes, because to me, if it wasn't for the sportsman racers, we wouldn't have the NHRA.
Agreed 100%. And also I encourage people to go even one step beyond that. Go continue through the alcohol and pro mods, but also as you continue, you'll continue to reach the other sportsman classes, the super eliminators, the comp cars, stock and super stock. And then if you want to have another little adventure, you can go right out the side of the side entrance gate, follow the cars, and it wraps all the way around to the round track. There's a circle track in the back, and there's parking all back there full of racers. And it's behind the woods, and you'll be so surprised. Not only beautiful scenery, but just the cars, you'll just be amazed. They'll be everywhere.
It is amazing how many cars that attend. It really is.
Yeah, and I tell you, and those drivers, man, they really love to see people come back and see them in those other classes. They really do, because they don't get that much foot traffic. And, they want to showcase their cars off and tell you about, their factory, not their factory stock, but that's a little bit further up. But, stock eliminator and super gas and, all those drivers are equally important. And go pay them a visit. They'll really appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we want y'all to, like I said, to go to the Gatornationals, enjoy it, come out and meet great racers like Anthony in the alcohol class, Josh Hart running the shootout class plus Top Fuel, all the racers, all the sportsman racers, everybody down Midway. If you're farming, or if you're involved in farming or know somebody involved in farming, you need to stop by the Fendt Tractor display and look and see what they have to offer you, because I guarantee you there's somebody there that is in need of some equipment. Okay. And, it might be something that either it's heavy on their mind or something they know they need to take care of in the near future, and all of a sudden, boom, and they see exactly what they need. Okay. So, you're going to run across all different kind of manufacturers on Midway, from Mickey Thompson tires to Edelbrock to everything in between. And so we encourage you to stop by, engage with those people. You can buy products, you can order products, you can find out information you need for your hot rod. But and like I said, we just want everybody to come out and enjoy themselves. And now tell us, Anthony, how can people get involved with your team? Because I know there's room on your car. How can people get involved?
So you can reach out to me if you want to get involved. The McPhillips are always looking for somebody. And if you ever want to just come hang out, the pits are open. You can come hang out with us. The Midway is open. If you want, we got swag. If you want a hat, we got keychains and stuff, and we can talk farming all day long. I'm a geek when it comes to farming. I won't stop. I promise.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if we didn't have
farmers, no food.
Exactly.
That's
right.
If
we didn't have farmers or truckers,
yep,
we would be in a world of hurt. Period.
It would be very bad.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I tell you now, how do they get a hold of you on social media?
So you can reach out to my Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Anthony Troyer, or on my Instagram at Southwest SWFL Farmer. And you can reach out to me on Instagram. Easiest way is Facebook. Just private message me.
Okay, absolutely. Yep. So that's how everybody out there that wants to get involved, you need to. You need to get involved. You need to support racers. You need to support farmers. So you definitely need to reach out to people like Anthony. And you never know. Every little bit helps. Next thing you know, he's got a second car out there. He brings the shootout car back out so he can run that here in Florida and things like that. You know what I mean? We'll have OTS on the side of both of them in one-way stage form.
There you go. There you go. We can do it. We can work it out.
Yeah, we can definitely work it out. Sorry, man, I'm on a roll. I couldn't help it. But
we can put stickers on the car. We could definitely.
There you go. You see, Mitchell?
There you go.
Just all you gotta do is ask.
On the car.
Yep. But Anthony, I'll tell you what, man, I appreciate you coming on tonight. I know it's such short notice, and Mitchell told me, he's like, man, your schedule's crazy.
It is.
And you taking the time to come out and talk to us. And we really appreciate it, man. And I'll tell you, man, we're happy for you. We're working to squeezing this in your schedule on top of it. But the fact that, I mean, like you said, 5 passes and one of them you were in the second round is impressive, and only going down by a couple thousands. It's amazing. It's a blessing.
A lot of that has to do with the McPhillips. It really is. The McPhillips are a class act. If it wasn't for them, I couldn't do it. So I
would agree. Everything Mitchell and I have ever heard about the McPhillips have been nothing but a class act, nothing but a professional class act, and they're ranked right up there as absolutely one of the top injected nitrate teams or top alcohol teams. Period. So I would agree with everything you just said there, Mitchell, too. But
well, I'm going to go ahead and wish you the best of luck on Thursday, because that's when qualifying starts.
Yep.
So
need it.
Absolutely.
If anybody's out there Thursday, make sure that you go check them out. Go back there to the
guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Anthony, buddy. We hope you have a good night, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Take care. See you, buddy.
And there goes Anthony. I'll tell you what a great show tonight. We had Skeeter Wyatt, one end of the spectrum, and then we go right into top alcohol with Anthony Troyer, talking about his debut. And I tell you, he's got a lot of knowledge for his marketing partner. It's really something hard to find. And I can guarantee you, I can tell him how many acres that I have and what I plan on planting and harvesting time. And I bet you he can tell me what piece of equipment right off the bat that I need to go purchase.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to have. I mean, you got to be a salesman in the pits for the companies that support you, and you have to know their product to a T.
I agree. And the fact that he's the one that brought that up. He's the one that brought up, he goes, man, I'm into farming. I enjoy it. It's obviously it's his life. It's his livelihood and it's his life. But
we talked, Robert, actually a little bit out at the Baby Gators on Saturday, and and we're living in a time that we're giving up our farmland for residential, and if we keep on doing that and we keep on shrinking our farmland, that means that we're going to have to become more dependent on other countries for a food source. And if those other countries don't like us and they want to hurt us, it'll be easily done to hurt this country, either cut back on their crops and not sell them to us, or poison them and then and bring them into the U.S. and hopefully that they detect that and stop it before it goes into stores. But that's the things that we have to look out for. And I tell you what, I'm very grateful for the farmers that we have in this country, and for what they do to help us provide meals on our tables for our kids.
I agree. I mean, we appreciate all hardworking people. And it doesn't matter what the trade is. I mean, I'm married to a nurse. Okay. And the home healthcare and the healthcare system in general is under, I can't say underutilized. That's not the right word, but basically underappreciated for all the hard work and sacrifices they make. And then you have, like you and I were talking about, the truck drivers and just the people working outside, just doing construction and, everything in between, all the way to the families that are staying there raising their kids. Okay. Everybody's, putting in a lot of hard work and sacrifice, but we appreciate, like you said, the farmers. I mean, and I agree with you. I've followed that for years and I've watched that for years, and I see it a lot here where I live. Not so much farming, but taking away property just to build neighborhoods and homes. And I know we need homes, but I think some of the ways that I think there's some ways that could be considered better for the properties and for farmlands for long term, and still provide the housing. that's needed and still do things like that. I mean,
well, I tell you what, I grew up on a farm, and unfortunately, my kids did not get the opportunities that I did, being young, and jumping on the tractor and plowing and going out there and breaking corn during harvesting time, going down and helping my grandfather feed the calves, bottles and stuff, mixing up the formula and feeding the calves. We've gotten so far away from that, and it's really heartbreaking. And I feel bad my kids didn't get to have those same experiences. But again, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. Also, go check out Robert Simpson's Simpson Competition. And also, when you get a chance, go visit our sister page, On the Spot with David Rogers. They dive into politics and local news happening around the state of Florida. They didn't have a show tonight, but they do post when they are having shows, and they usually have them on Tuesday. So go check them out and follow them as well. And I tell you what, me and Robert, we're going to be doing a great service, I hope, for you, going to the Gatornationals and bringing you some of the stories from the pits. We're going to try to do our best to line up some interviews, and of course, maybe we can meet up with Anthony and look at the Fendt tractors and bring you a video of that. I tell you, the technology, like he was talking about in these tractors, is just plumb amazing. I mean, I didn't have the luxury of air conditioner. I mean, I sat on top of the tractor. I had nothing above me, but the sun on my back. But just really great opportunity to showcase that product as well at the Baby Gators. Again, I want to get back to Bernie's real quick. Please don't forget to go there tomorrow night. Just a totally great event. Autograph session is going to be from 7 p.m. To 8 p.m. I think things get kicked off at 6. And look at that list of drivers that's up there on the board. That's going to be there signing autographs. I think Josh said 30 plus is going to be in attendance signing autographs. And plus, you'll be able to see me there. I know Joe Costello is going to be there as well. I hope Mr. Kraft can make it from Between the Slicks and does a lot of stuff on Competition Plus. We're hopefully all going to be in the house and try to bring some of the pictures of what's going on there. I'm even going to try to interview a couple of people that are visiting there, getting autographs, what brought them out, talk to them about the Gatornationals, have they ever been, and what has drawn them to the sport and the love of it. So we're looking forward to hopefully seeing y'all the next following Thursday after the Gatornationals, because we have a young man coming on, Braylon Davis. He's making his debut in pro stock motorcycle. Very talented kid, been running in PDRA. And so he's going to be over there with White Alligator Racing at the Gators. Swing by and check him out, talk to him. Very bright young man, and I tell you what, he's got a bright future for him. So we're looking for that. And then the next following Thursday, we have Tommy Yeomans coming on. It's going to be real great. We're going to dive into Pro Mod, and I think they are going to be actually running PDRA as well this season. So we're going to talk about that, talk about their drivers, and one of their drivers has actually been on the show before, and that's Lyle Barnett. And I tell you what, there are going to be some really great shows coming up. And, of course, we're going to make a lot more contacts out there this weekend. And I tell you, Robert's been really busy. He's got us a big lineup already for the month of April.
And we're not going to share it with you yet, okay? You just need to wait. But we got some world champions. We got some racing legends around here. We have quite a few people lined up, and we have a couple manufacturers lined up. So you're going to be surprised, and I think you're really going to enjoy it too. we're going to confirm. We're going to harden up some of those times with some racers because they're busy schedules. But we're really looking forward to that. But also want to tell everybody, thank you once again for everybody's support. On the Spots Motorsports Media is continuing to grow on our Facebook. And we ask you, if you haven't already, to go on to the YouTube page. Okay, we want to continue to make that grow. So we want you to subscribe, like, share, turn on that bell, do everything there so that whenever this video is done here, it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, also then I will upload it on Spotify, so you have different platforms in order to enjoy it. Whether you just want to listen to it or you whether we'll watch it and listen to it at the same time. But also, like Mitchell said, if you go Wednesday to Bernie's, make sure you go up and talk to Mitchell, shake his hand. Okay, he puts in a lot of hard work. Okay, and then also if you see us at the Gatornationals, okay, if you see either Mitchell or myself, come up, say hello, talk to us. You know what I mean? Share your good concerns. You know what I mean? Good stuff, good suggestions, and stuff like that. We love talking to people. Obviously, you see what we're doing. Okay, but once again, we appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody's support in my Facebook, Simpson Competition, and Instagram, Simpson Competition, and also the YouTube channel. And but like I said, everything we're doing, we do just we're having fun, just regular guys. We enjoy sharing and finding out new things about people, but also we like promoting racers and companies and supporters that support racers and support organizations like Red Line Oil. Okay, like Scorpion Racing Products, like like Dead Zero Performance, for example, FTI Converters. Mickey Thompson Tires has come on board with us this year. Okay, so we really look forward to working with them again. And there's other companies too, but just saying those are the ones that just come to mind off the top of our head. And so we want to say thank you.
All right. Yeah, and I'll let you know the address to Bernie's is 1 Aspen Road, Ocala, Florida, 34480. So if you miss it, you can always go back on our Facebook page or YouTube and get that information to get there. But until next time, take care, and hopefully we'll see you at the track.
Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Reliability to drive thousands of miles. Confidence for those who fly high. Redline oil products give you the power to crush the competition. And a track record of being the best. Redline oil products. You push it to the limit, we'll protect it.
Ready to take your engine to the next level? Scorpion Racing Products delivers precision-engineered, high-performance rocker arms that dominate the track. 100% CNC machined in the USA with aerospace-grade aluminum for unmatched strength and durability. Our rocker arms handle extreme conditions with multiple ratios available to fit your needs. Backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. When performance matters, choose Scorpion Racing Products. Proven, reliable, unstoppable.